it's only a couple weeks till the primaries, as you very well know.
I do.
I was at the Trump thing a couple of weeks ago in Lowell. The guy, blah, 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 but he had nothing to say. He didn't say anything of substance. When are you, and you're a fellow Goomba, when are you going to take the gloves off and start smacking him around? You don't have much time.
You know, I think it's the first time in my political career that people have said to me, you're not aggressive enough. It's glad I'm in Derry tonight. Another first. Listen, you know when I will? When I think it makes sense to. Okay? I'm not in this to just beat Donald Trump. I'm in this to become president of the United States. And I'm going to make certain decisions about when I want to say what I'm going to say. No, we're not running out of time. We're not running out of time. And here's the other thing. Everyone's kind of obsessed with him. I don't quite get it. Okay, and here's what I don't get about it. No one has voted yet. How many times have you people in New Hampshire turned the polls upside down? How many times listen, I remember coming up here in 2000, and I was working for George W. Bush in 2000, and all the polls beforehand said George W. Bush was going to win, or it was going to be very close between George W. Bush and John McCain. I came up here, I worked that whole weekend before, went door to door for him, did all this stuff, went back home to New Jersey on Monday. Tuesday, watched the results, and he lost by 18 points to John McCain. Now, I'm sure the people who were working for McCain thought that was going to happen, but I can tell you, the news media didn't think it was going to happen, and the people working for Bush didn't think it was going to happen. And so, you know, the point is that I'm not going to get obsessed with anybody at the moment, except for making my presentation to you so that you don't go to another town hall meeting and say, hey, I went to that Christie thing in Derry, and all he did was go blah, 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 right? And he didn't say anything. I want to convince you that I'm the guy with answers who knows how to do these things. I tell everybody who goes to a Donald Trump event, if you get to ask a question, just ask him how. I don't care which one of the things he talks about. Just ask him how. How? See, I can answer how. And I can answer how because I've done it. You may not like how. You may disagree with my how. We've had a few of those tonight. That's okay. But no one can say, I don't know how. They can say, I disagree with him, but not he doesn't know. That's the difference between a governor and Donald Trump. That's the difference between a governor and Marco Rubio. That's the difference between a governor and Ted Cruz. Listen, we've had, for the last 7 years, a first-term United States senator in the White House who never managed anything bigger than a 30-person Senate staff. And then we wonder why the VA is screwed up. We wonder why the Pentagon is messed up. We wonder why we're not getting things done around the world. We wonder why he took over healthcare and now it doesn't work and it costs more and you can't keep your doctor and you can't keep your health plan. We wonder why. I'll tell you why. He doesn't know what he's doing. He never knew what he was doing. He knows what he believes, but there's a big difference between believing something and getting it done. There's a big gap there. It's called the work between when it comes out of your mouth and when you actually can make it happen. And so I would urge you to think about that when you're considering Donald Trump or Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio, because they've never done it. So you're going to turn over for a second time the most complex government the world's ever known to someone who has never run a government of any kind, of any size, in any way. They can be charming, you can agree with them philosophically, and all the rest, but they won't be a nickel more effective. Not a nickel more effective. So, you know, I'll do what I need to do when I need to do it. Here's the thing you got to trust me on. If I were talking to you about what to do as a soldier in the Army, I'd give you a lot of deference on that because I never served, and you served for 23 years. So if you were going to tell me, hey, you think it's done this way? Here's the way it's really done. I'd give you a lot of deference. And so on this one, because I've been in politics for a little bit, trust me on this, okay? I have a plan, okay? I have a plan, and part of my plan is convincing people like you and others in this room that it matters what you've done and not done before. And that it matters that just what comes out of your mouth, even if it sounds good, isn't the end of the conversation, it's just the beginning. And the end of the conversation is, how are you going to do it? My sense of campaigning here for the last 9 months is that folks in New Hampshire understand that. I have a lot of faith and confidence in you. And so I'm going to keep making my pitch. And I know there's some of you out there, because plenty of you have come up to me just like you, and said, come on, you're the tough guy from Jersey. Slug him, you know? You know what I am? I'm the winner from New Jersey, okay?